Got a little green. Ah, did you all hear that? Got it. Okay. So with that, our cute Ursine like no, that's redundant. I'm gonna forget that. Per a request from one of our members, our visiting Distinguished Toastmaster Kris Pool is all of a sudden sharing her screen, and it blacked out my introduction.
Sorry.
What can I do here? How can I just, okay, I'm going to go side by side here for a moment. Whoops. Nope. I can't. Can you back off, Kris, for a moment so I can finish? Because I didn't print it out. Okay. All right. Per a request from one of our members, our visiting Distinguished Toastmaster, Kris Pool, is giving us a more whimsical speech this evening, something lighthearted and fun to help us get to know her better, rather than a serious, informative speech. Kris may not have any pets, but she does have a predilection for those furry and fuzzy creatures that can be found roaming around wild in the woods or behind bars in a cage. Yes, I'm talking about bears. Let's learn about where Kris goes on a hunt to find the bears and what happens if she doesn't. Let's welcome Kris Pool, and where are the bears?
Thank you so much. When I talk about the Bears, I am not talking about the Bears down in Chicago, the football team, because I am a Packer fan, true, true, true to my Packer babies. I am talking about those great big, scary, furry, fuzzy bears that you just want to hug. Or maybe it's just me. I am very fortunate that in 22 days, actually, it's now about 7 hours and 30 minutes, my husband and I are leaving for vacation. We are going to Tennessee, where it is always the hope that I get to see some bears. This is the one day a year my husband and I truly enjoy getting up at 3 in the morning so we can leave the house by 4 and start driving our way on down to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Takes us about 12 hours with the different stops that we make, but every mile that we get further and further and further away from home, the more and more relaxed that we get. As we drive down to Tennessee, we always have to be on the lookout because you never know when a bear is just going to appear out in front of you. Sometimes it's actually in the mountains if we're in Cades Cove, different areas. And when there is a long line of cars stopped, it's bear jam because you know there are going to be bears around somewhere. But that 12-hour ride, it is so worth it. Every single time that we have gone down to Tennessee, and this next month here in April will probably be about the eighth or ninth time, we actually rent a different cabin every single time. And when it has such a beautiful, gorgeous view, you just want to sit outside on one of those rockers and just take in nature. Whenever I'm asked, what is your favorite outdoor activity? Does not matter for me, spring, summer, fall, or winter. My favorite outdoor activity is sitting inside on the couch under a blanket, drink in one hand, book in the other. Wintertime, I'll have the fire going. Summertime, I will have the AC going. So I am always comfortable under that blanket. In Tennessee, however, they really don't have any bugs outside, and I will willingly be outside. Scares my husband when I do that because he's not used to me doing that. But we do venture beyond our cabin. We like certain restaurants when we go down there, and we seem to have a little bit of a routine. One of the stops that we enjoy making is at Mad Dog Ice Cream and Donut Creamery place. They have this beautiful running creek behind their location. And inside, or before, in front of the creek when you're driving up, they have their little whimsical bears. In the bottom, it's probably difficult for you to see. Please do not climb on Mama and her cubs. Good advice, whether it is the actual statue or if it is a real bear out in the woods. We were inside eating one evening and somebody ran in. Again, I'm limited to my time outside. We stayed inside to eat, but somebody ran in and said, "Ooh, there's a bear down by the creek. Come on out and see it." And we ran outside. Okay, I waddled sort of quickly because my mobility issues, I don't run. But we got out there, and it's actually about a 6-foot drop down to this little creek. And there was a bear on the other side. He was just wandering along, going to sniff and scratch a little bit on the trees. And then he just went down and sat down in the creek. Don't you want to just go in and join him? It's just kind of hot out here. We need to cool off just a little bit. And at the end of the day, we'd like to watch that sunset and then go crawl into bed. Or I'll crawl into bed. Troy crawls into the hot tub for a while. When we are out there, we normally have different plans for what we're going to do every day. Usually it ends up being the same thing every trip, but for us, that's what we enjoy doing. A trip through Cades Cove is one of the repeat activities that we do. Cades Cove is an 11-mile one-way road through certain parts of this Great Smoky Mountain National Park. And it's kind of fun paying attention to some of the signs going on around there. This particular one, warning, no bear hunting allowed. I'm not looking for bear hunting. I just want to go bear looking. Am I going to see a bear? Am I going to see a bear this time? Every time when we're driving down, I'll see a shadow, a dark rock, something dark on the tree. Oh, is that a bear? Oh, is that a bear? Oh, is that a bear? Even at the cabin when I'm sitting outside, I hear some little rustling in the bushes or in the trees. And oh, is that a bear? Is that a bear? Is that a bear? No. Oh, darn. Oh, wait. Maybe. Hey, a bear that over there that I see? Yep, that's a bear. Oh my gosh, that is a bear. Yay! Bear sighting this trip. And it's not just one bear, two bears. Oh my gosh, this is wonderful when we get to see more than one bear on its own. Actually, nope, I lied. It's three bears. Yes, this time. You just never know when you're going to see a bear. Sometimes it's in unexpected places, and you just have to keep your eyes open. It's kind of like that Where's Waldo game because he blends in very closely with the background. You have to be very careful. One of the other places we do enjoy having a repeat activity is going up to the hawk's nest. And when I say going up, you are going up. You are taking an open air ski lift chair all the way to the top. It's on the north side of the Smoky Mountains. And once you get up there, you're watching again. Sometimes you actually see a bear down below, which you're very glad of because they're going to come and eat your toes or something. You never know. We have seen pictures on Facebook that up at the top at this hawk's nest, there are bears that are wandering around. Unfortunately for us, when we get there and we sit there for 3 whole hours because sitting in those chairs, looking out over those mountains, it is so relaxing. It is wonderful. But we have yet to see a bear up there in person, and that's okay because we have another time to try and find more bears. Again, 22 hours, probably, 6 hours now ish. And in the meantime, I will have to just stick with some furry little friends, the stuffed animal type of bears, because if I can't have the real thing, I'm going to have a substitute. So whether it's a stuffed animal or even my honey, I am going to know that my honey and I are together forever. And I will always be on the outlook for my earth sign friends. And in the meantime, I'm just going to be like those earth sign fellas, lay back, take a drink, and have some fun. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster and fellow Toastmasters. Hopefully, you will find out where all the bears are on your next vacation trip.
Woo! Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was wonderful.